Let's start at the quarterback position, and we go back to a Buccaneers team we've looked at pretty often this season, whether it's been Jameis Winston or Ryan Fitzpatrick in the saddle. This week, Jameis gets the start for Tampa Bay. What makes you like Jameis Winston in Week 12?
Greg, it's the same thing it's been all season long for the Tampa Bay Bucks. It's volume, and more volume. I know the Tampa Bay Bucks have been a QB seesaw, one might say. 1 week it's Ryan Fitzpatrick. He gets benched mid-game. Then Jameis comes in and vice versa. But this is a position that you want for fantasy purposes right now. If you look at what Jameis Winston and Ryan Fitzpatrick have combined for this year in terms of fantasy points, 247.5 fantasy points, which is third only to Patrick Mahomes and Jared Goff. And those guys have played one more game than every other quarterback. They've played 11. All the other quarterbacks have played 10. So, again, it's Winston and Fitz. They're combining for a ton of passing yards, 361 passing yards per game for Tampa Bay quarterbacks this year. Again, the next closest, Patrick Mahomes with 318. Not to mention, it's a good matchup this week against the San Francisco 49ers. The Tampa Bay Bucks are home. The 49ers are traveling from West Coast to East Coast for this game. And the 49ers allow the 9th most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks this year. They've allowed 3 touchdowns the last time out when they faced Eli Manning and the New York Giants. And we know how great Eli Manning is, right? So I just think that Jameis Winston is in a good spot here. He does have a low floor because at any point he can be benched if he's turning the ball over, but the ceiling is quite high given the volume that you're going to get out of the Tampa Bay Bucks and the fact that their defense is not very good, so there's going to be points scored here. There's a 55-point game total in this one, so we're going back to the well once more. Let's just hope that Jameis Winston doesn't get benched in Week 12.
That seems to be the only thing we're worried about is Jameis' ability to stay on the field. From a fantasy perspective, he's awesome. Real life, not so much, but it doesn't really matter. We really like Jameis Winston this week if you have Patrick Mahomes or Jared Goff on a bye.